Good morning. I'm good.
Yeah. So let me know once you are able to see the notepad.
Yeah, I'm able to see now.
So we will have a very quick review of the earlier sessions topics before we proceed with today's session.
Yeah.
So if you are able to see the screen, so we have seen about the business event, how about the requirement class, we have seen about the checking rule, that is what the business event, how can we maintain the Z checking business events if required for our business process. We have seen about the check instruction, which is the combination of check mode and business event, and combination of all basic methods, and neutralizing the basic methods, how are we able to use the MAD, how is been influenced by the if you are having the combination of all these basic methods, and how it is going to have the influence of this with the different options which we have. We have also seen about the product availability check, the time series, pegging relationships, and both, and routing profile, right?
Yeah, Arvind. And I have a query regarding the point number 4. Neutralize the
MAD.
yes MAD rest of the ETP method. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go in the SAP and open the F1 help, this the actually the way you explain me the logic you explained me, it looks like that is uh, something different in there. So I was confused. So I thought like if you just explain me the F1 help, so that would help me.
F1 help for you. Okay, sure.
And second, the pegging relation, the in the product availability check in the pegging relation.
Product availability check using the pegging relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you have set the indicator, the results of corresponding basic method has no effect on the final result. So that means the final result which we have come. So I said you right. So like basically, if you are using this three, so we expect three different types of dates, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to ensure that this basic method which is there is not going to affect the overall final result, then you have to check mark this. So if you want to give the relevant three dates on which you will on which basis you want to confirm, so you need not check mark this. But if you are fine with that only one single date which the system has to generate for a particular given requirement, then you have to check this. Hope you got me. So let me just make you go through with the F1 help of another one. Even it should be the same. If you have set this indicator, the result of the corresponding basic method has no effect on the final result. So what is my final result? So I would be seeking for the more reliable MAD, right?
Yes.
So what would be my reliable MAD if I really have stock enough where I can confirm my customer's order? So I can really go for product check, am I right? Because I really have reliable stock with me and I can confirm him within a very short period of time. But speaking about the product allocation, where actually I don't go with the same fashion, where I have to ensure that I have to also consider some specifications like maybe the customer's priority, something as such. So not in the same fashion of first in first out. In those scenarios, I expect there would be some other MAD which is going to come, because I really don't have the I say, right, like in the product allocation is a specific place where we go for it when you have a constant supply, or when you say like this is a higher in the demand and the lower in the supply. So in the
Yeah.
scenarios, you expect the MAD will not be the same as how the product check would give you, right?
Yes.
So in this fashion, so when we expect there are multiple MADs which are gonna come for a single same raised demand. So then which one has to be confirmed? So I have said you about in this we speak that is the reason why if you see for product check, only for product check you are able to see these three types of PAC, that is product availability check, which we have only on time series or only on fixed pegging relationship or fixed pegging relationship within the time series. But for the rest of them, you basically don't have these procedures. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they are really not because product allocation already has some I said you about the concept like temporary quantity assignment, which is already been assigned by the system for that, and according to the order which has come, it is ensuring that what is the stock which is available in it. So they have their own methodology of how to implement. Whether if you see even for forecast already has been released by, let us say the forecast was already been released, where system is now aware that okay, this is my forecast and this is the amount I have to produce for my like maybe for the month, or if it is if you see about the S&OP statistical forecast, it will be for a month. But if you see for an overall forecast of a complete company, it will be for 1 year, or it can be for 5 years, something as how the frequently the material is being purchased, and what may be different other factors which will influence the forecast values also. So in those segments, they have their own defined way how they are going to work. But if only for product check, why are we going for this specific type of product availability check is because you may go for only time series check, or I have said you about what is a fixed pegging relationships, right? Hope you remember.
No, fixed pegging, like, no, means you told me, but that's why I said, like, just explain me again. The fixed time series I know, but fixed pegging relationship, if you can explain.
Yes. So when I say a pegging relationship, you have a demand. For this demand, you have to ensure that let me say so now let us consider a very small example where you are actually using the product availability the product availability check or product check. So you take the example of a car. So you are really not bothered about the time which has been generated, but the main important concern point for you is, do you really have all its sub-assemblies ready for it to be assembled or not? So if you remember this example, I have said you like car with an AC something else, or the car with a carrier. So the carrier really has to be ensured that whether it is been given with a particular period of time or not. So when I say fixed pegging relationships with what is the pegging relationship means is like, does the whole tree of product, whether it is available or not, it has been made as a concern point. So maybe car is there with me, but I still have to look up for the carrier and all. So in my pegging relationship, I would be ensuring that yes, this particular materials, all respected parts are available or not. So let me just make you go through F1 help for this even. Maybe that will give you a much more deeper idea. We have discussed about it, but maybe it will be like reinforcing about those things which I have discussed. But I hope now you are able to understand about these three different segments which we have, which like neutralizing of this specific basic methods, how it is going to influence the overall MAD.
Let me tell you, and just correct me if I'm wrong. So there are three, like product check, product allocation, and the forecast. So if I first check over the product check, ATP check, and checkbox the first neutralization, means then there's no need to check this checkbox, because this is a first check and I'm not checking any other check. So
Yes,
either
exactly.
I check. Okay.
So I'm saying in a scenario only where you have to go with three basic methods, because the combination of two methods may also be there, because the combination of three methods also be there, but only single method still may also be used. So if you have only single method, so obviously you do not check mark this, because you are expecting the system to go with the product availability check, and we are expecting the MAD which is going to come should be given to the system, right? At the end of the day, you have to give some MAD, right? So obviously you will not do it if you, when you, especially when you are going with a single basic method. Okay, so when are we going to have this significantly useful is when we basically have the combination of three and we are expecting only one single day. So if you consider the example of this all basic methods and BOP, so might be there's a concept of backorder processing which we will be discussing. So what happens is, like, not about only about the date, at the same time is the customer prioritized or not. So there are different concepts like filtering options or something as such, where you will significantly ensure the customer that not only this day, but you may also have some tentative other day which may come. So let me say, like Jalaj, if you have two customers, like one is A, who is a very regular customer of you and who can really bear with this, what we say, the delay in the orders fulfillment, something as such, where you can give him some additional option also, where because you expect some seasonal surge in the market, like which will expect you to go for higher demands, and it's known for you that your capabilities are only limited, where you cannot really build up more and more products. So what you will do is, like, within your customers significantly, what are the different customers you have, you ensure that at least those people who are ready to bear with some additional delay, you can give them an additional option, like you may get the material by 1st of May or 1st of June, something as such, where they are still able to accept the requirement because they have been with the in the long run, they have been with you since a long time. So in backorder processing, where you can still actually go with this additional prioritization, something as such, in those you may maintain the workflows for getting the additional MADs. So how you will be able to do it if you are having a combination of both this like all these basic methods and BOP, backorder processing, which I will be showing you. However, so there is no like what we say, the hard and thumb rule that only this basic methods has to be used. You can actually use the combination of these all basic methods and again with CTP, or you can also use the combination of all these basic methods with the rule-based ATP. So those all combinations are still available and still possible. Only depending on your business scenario, you will be doing it. Got me?
Yeah. So suppose so sorry again, but let me clear myself. So product check, if I check the both checkbox, for example, say if you can remove this one.
Oh, sorry.
So neutralization product check and neutralization product allocation, if I check both checkbox and select the first check over the product check and first check over the product allocation and second check over the product check.
First step as the product check.
No, first step is the product okay, you can do like that. First step is the product check and second check.
This is about the sequence. There's nothing to no need to have any brainstorming on this. So this is all about like what step do you really expect it, in what sequence you want to go ahead with. So maybe my first and second or third, however it is, however you are going to maintain this is the way how it is going to follow. So let us say in this fashion. So second, first and third. So first it has to go with product allocation, and then it has to go for product check, and then it has to go for a forecast, right?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. So just connect your battery. Yeah. Okay. So now if you select the first checkbox, neutralization product check. So that is my second check, actually. Second step.
Okay.
So just select the first checkbox, please. Correct.
Okay.
So my first step is the product allocation, and my second step is the product check. So how the system would work in this scenario? So my system first check the product allocation, and then product check, but I have not checked any checkbox for the product allocation over here.
Actually, I have explained with an example, but let me just make you go through it. If not, I will go. I will make it again. Not a problem at all. Okay, no problem. We'll do it. We'll do with an example. That would. So we are trying to build up the same scenario on this notepad. You can help me.
Yeah.
All these three have their own way of giving the ATP to the customer's requirement, right?
Yeah.
You agree, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let us take example of time series now for product check, okay? Not
Yes.
a pegging relationship.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm expecting each of them. So if you don't expect like MAD for product availability check, that is a clear case that it will go for next scenario, that is product allocation or forecast. But let us expect that every methodology is able to generate some MAD. Okay, hope you got
Okay.
me. So when I say is able to give some MAD, that means it has some stock. Okay, when a product availability check is happening and MAD is given, that means it has some stock, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So let us say like 31st of 05. Okay, and product allocation, so it may be somewhere around 15 of 06 017. These are the three different MADs which we have, right?
Yes.
Against so first among this, first which one it has to go, so you on which you want to prioritize, on that you are deciding here whether it should be a first step or second or third, right?
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So if you want to use the three methodologies only, then you will be using this first three steps. If not, you don't want to, you want to cut down any of this methodology, you'll go for no check. Okay, that is clear.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So now I'm saying in the scenario where you are using the three. So now I expect three different types of MIDs here, material availability days here. Am I right?
Yes.
But which one I have to really get it like influence? Maybe I will, what I will do is like I will make it as 17.6 is not the one. Let me make it as 17.04. Let us expect you are in the first week of April now. Okay.
Okay.
Let us say we are in the first week of April. So even this is a relevant MID, right, for me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was able to do this MID taking the stocks into consideration.
Yes.
Maybe my forecast was able to do it with the reservation I have created. Maybe some planned independent requirements were there, so there was some reservation was created. So against these reservations, forecast was able to give the MID. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the reason. Might be when I go for product availability check, especially sometimes maybe as I said you like about, there may be some like floats after the production, or there may be some other process like the production orders have still come, but they are still not into the real or they are still, the production has not happened. Maybe there is some delay. So obviously there may be some expected delay, something as such. So there is the product availability check was actually giving you some delayed response than the forecast, but whether the forecast is purely depending on the stock or the reservation which is already created since the past, because the overall forecast was being laid from January 1st of 2017 till December 2017. So there was already the production which has happened. So reservation was already created. Against this reservation, if you are trying to consume this, so forecast was able to successfully consume for this order. So it was able to give you a 17,42017, which is the most earliest MAD which you can give it to your customer. So now when I say product availability check is there, product allocation is there, and forecast is there, system can pick either of them, right? But what I have to do ensure is like you have to get the best one, or the one which is like obviously should be reliable, and of course they will be reliable, but at the same time it should be less in its time horizon, right? I hope you remember I have shown you about the overall net requirement calculation when it has come. So where you are able to see the time horizon, the one which is able to pick up with the lesser in the time horizon will be the best suitable one. Hope you remember.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, right. So now you tell me. So if the system is having the same conflict, so if it has to understand that the three MADs were generated because of the water methodology which they have used, and they were able to give their own MADs, but at the end of the day, system requires one single MAD, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I'm trying to go with this neutralized product allocation or forecast neutralization, or either of the option, so that means you're trying to ensure that these are not going to overlap. So in my time horizon, so if I say this is my time horizon, so one which falls in the first will be considered, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me say like let me say like we have created some mistake, like I have not neutralized my product allocation. Okay. Let us say like I have not neutralized my product allocation. What would be the
No,
effect?
Arvind, so first case you take like we have not checked any checkbox.
We have not checked any checkbox. Very
Yes.
good question. So what happens is like it will be showing you 3 MADs. So for a single material, you can expect 3 MADs.
Okay.
Okay. So but it is actually confusing, right? So which one you will have to confirm? It will be a confusion, right?
You mean to say system would not confirm automatically? I need to select at the time of sales order
Yes.
creation?
Yes, you have to do it, because system, you have set the system to do with the 3 routines. One is product availability check, one is product allocation forecast. System will be obviously will be showing you the 3. Hope you got me.
So yeah, so when I create the sales order,
Mm-hmm.
system would not confirm my schedule line. It will give me the pop-up like which one I need to select, that you want to say?
Very good. So basically, when you get the scheduling level, let us say like you have a requirement of 1,000 units. So it will basically show one single MAD, right?
Yes.
Yes. But for the same requirement, you have run these 3 basic methods, right? In step 1, step 2, step 3.
Correct.
So it will obviously show you the 3 different MADs, right, which were generated by these 3 ATP methods.
Okay.
Am I right?
So yeah, so that is why I'm saying like, so system would not confirm anything automatically. It will always ask me like which one I need to choose.
Yes. So because we are doing it every time for every order, if it has to go for these 3 MADs, it will be a conflict where the user may go with a wrong option. So that is the reason why your neutralizing option will ensure that those which really suits the best, I mean which can be picked the best, will be highlighted when the MAD is going to be given to the specific customer's requirement, that is the schedule line, maybe at the schedule line level or at the item level even. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only significance of this neutralizing is to ensure that it is not going to overlap, or it is not going to dominate the overall MAD, because when I'm really not going to check with product allocation, Let us say this is the way how I have maintained it, let us say, but I'm still using the 3 measures, let us say. So what I'm trying to say is like the product allocation which is there, it has to dominate with its MID. You got me?
It has to dominate.
Yes, it has to dominate because I have not neutralized it, right?
Okay.
You got me?
Okay.
So though I still you go for product availability check, though I go for forecast, and though I also go for product allocation, but still my product allocation is going to influence my MID because I have not neutralized it.
Okay. So you mean to say my sales order would confirm on the basis of product allocation in that case?
In that case, but still you are still running up the other 2 basic methods also, but still your overall MID is being influenced by the product allocation.
So overall MAD influenced by the product allocation, that means sales order would confirm automatically from on the basis of product allocation.
Yes, so that will happen, but there's really no fun of running the rest of the 2 methods, right? Am I right?
Yeah, but no, I understood. I'm just asking, like in this case, there would not be any pop-up and sales order would automatically confirm on the basis of product allocation in that case. Correct? Hello, Arvind? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hope now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, there was some in middle. There was some disturbance.
So,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying, like in that case, system would confirm automatically
The product allocation MAD.
MAD, and it will not give me the pop-up because here, because I have already checked 2 checkbox over there.
Exactly. True.
Okay, and suppose if I check 1 checkbox only and 2 checkbox are blank, in that case, system would not confirm automatically. It will give me the pop-up.
For 2, that is for it will has to go for product check and also for the product allocation. Forecast is already neutralized.
So,
But basically it is not suggested, Judge. So how basically they do is like
no,
I'm
no,
saying you.
I understood, Arvind. I understood,
Yeah.
100% understood. I'm just asking like how the system would behave. So,
Yes, yes.
so in you said like there would be 3 dates, but system would give me the pop-up for 2 dates only. First for the
Yes.
product check, second for the product allocation.
Yes.
It will not show me the forecast one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then I
So
need to choose any one of them and then save the sales order.
exactly.
Okay.
Good enough.
Yes, yes, yes.
So can we go ahead with our today's session?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So today we will start with the CTP, capable to promise. Okay.
Okay.
Should be more interesting for you.
And Arvind, you use the one word horizon every time. This is the horizon like the replacement lead time or different?
When you say about horizon, see we have different types of horizons. If you see just at the product master level, we have like PPTS horizons. We also have the time fence horizon, which I'll be showing you. So when I say horizon, it is about what is if you say that overall time duration by which it has to confirm, or the on the number of days if your PPDS is going to work. I'm saying example of PPDS here because we am taking, however, the example of CTP here. So that is the reason I'm taking the PPDS horizon. So the time duration where you feel that the order or the demand is valid is called as the time horizon, especially for the most of the segments. So there is speaking about like to what is the number of days is the order or the demand is valid against this receipt elements. Got me?
Receipt, yeah, receipt elements means.
Maybe a stock, or it can be your it can be a stock, or it can be your production orders or process orders or planned
Okay.
orders. I hope I have said discussed about this, right? If I say for the demand, I said you about the sale order.
Yes.
It can be the deliveries, it can be the sales memo, it can be a quotation even sometimes. But
Correct,
I
correct.
have been speaking about the sale order as the significant business event, where you are speaking about you have a firmed demand and against which you are trying to go for ATP check. So even for quotation also, you will be, if you want to trigger the ATP check, you will be doing. But for the most of the cases, it will be for sale order because it's a firmed order. But still, if you want to go with the quotation, anything as such, you can still do it. But it is again like you have to do some customization because sale orders have been considered as the most firmed orders than any other type of them, right? Like in the quotation or sales memo, something as such, right?
Yes, yes.
Jalaj, you are there. You are able to hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me know once you're able to see the SAP screen.
yeah. I'm able to see you. Screen. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So as we speak more about the CTP, capable to promise. So what do you basically, you have any idea about what is the purpose of CTP and how it works? Any idea?
So CTP check the product. If it is not available, then I think it create the production order requirement and on the basis of it confirm the date. Is it true?
Yeah, true, exactly. So CTP, if we have to give it in a nutshell, what it says about, it checks resource capabilities and the existing inventory given requirement. So there are only two methodologies of GATP which can trigger actually the production. So CTP is the one, and multi-level ATP, MLATP is also the another one which can actually initiate or trigger the production. So rest of the still all the methodologies which will be there, they will not initiate the production. They themselves cannot initiate the production. So these are two specific significant methodologies of ATP. Fine?
Okay, so they create the production.
Yes. No, they don't create the production. They have the capabilities to trigger the production.
Okay, trigger the production
So
means create the planned order, something like that.
exactly, wonderful. Yes. So when they create the plan order, which will be sent to the ECC system as published to ECC system, when system is fine with the what are the date which is going to be confirmed and anything as such, so that will be further confirmed as firmed as the production order or process order. Got me? So
Yeah.
those planned orders, so the quantity, the time and all will not be changing. So only maybe only the number would be changed, but rest of the things will be there, which will be still the common. So what are the data which was there in the planned order, once it is going to be a firmed order, it will become a process or production order depending on the type of industry, whether it is a discrete or discrete or continuous.
Okay. So what is the difference between this then when both create the production?
Come again?
So what is
What
the
is
difference
the
between the CTP and
MLATP and CTP?
yes?
Yeah. So if you remember, I have said you about MLATP. This is a significant methodology of GATP where which will be used for value addition of a particular product.
Yeah.
And when you're doing this value addition, how it is trying to influence your MAD. So if you are trying to track up that, so then you will go for MLATP. So I said you about the example of a car with a carrier, car with an AC system, or car with an
Yes.
music
Yes.
system, something as such. So still the basic commodity which the customer was expecting was car, but when the value addition which is happening, if it is going to influence its overall MAD, then you will go for MLATP because customer needs a very clear confirmation that, sir, the car will be given by you to you with what are the different, the car which you have asked for will be given to you by 31st of May. But if you are expecting a carrier to be there for you which is of type, like let's say fiber or something as such with this color code and anything as such, so you can expect it on 15th of June, something as such. In this significant, what it has to show is that the system for the same one single order, that is the car, with this different value addition which is going to be there, it has to show the different MADs.
Okay.
A basic car with an carrier, so this date, car with an carrier plus AC, this date, car with an AC with an what we say, the music system, so this date. So this has to be given to the customer for the same single car with the different variants, so that he can pick up, like if it is fine with this delay or something as such, he will be picking in the that element, so that he can be given the that customer will be given the same car with what are the one which he has choose to for with that MAD.
Okay.
Yeah. So even that at that point of time, you are expecting the system has to produce something for this. So there's something called as production, the product tree, which I will be discussing when I'm going to speak about the, might be you are aware about a product view, Jalaj?
Yes. Sorry, which product?
Product view. What is a product view?
Product view. Yeah.
Yes, right. So when basically in the product view, you will be seeing if it is not a final product, if it is a semi-finished product, how it has been assigned, you will be able to see, right? Hope you have ever seen it. If not even, however, I will be showing you. So there, how does your product tree is going to vary and how is your MAD is going to vary? That will be seen when you are going to go for ML ATP, that is multi-level ATP. So what is the carry away point for you now is the CTP and ML ATP are the only two important methodologies of GATP which actually can initiate the production,
Okay.
right? So
So MLATP initiate the production for value addition product only,
yes.
and
So
CT.
if it's only about getting the car, you will go for CTP. If you are
Okay.
seeing for the cars and if you don't have the stock, you have to produce it, then you'll go for CTP. But you have already have your car, but you are trying to see the different combinations like the with carrier, with music system, something as such, which is just a value addition and how it is going to change the MAD. So at that point of time, you will go for MLATP, multi-level
So,
ATP.
so MLATP would not. So if I choose the MLATP, that it would not go for the main product like car. It would only check the
Value
value addition.
addition which you are going to do. Yes,
So it would expect like car would be available now. It has to find out the validation product.
exactly.
So that I think that in that case, if we should activate both so that value addition as well as the main product can system can check like all when would be ready together.
I said you right, Jalaj. There is no hard and fast rule that only MLATP has to be used or only CTP has to be used or only rule based has to be used. You can have a combination of all. I will be showing you settings where you can use the combination of MLATP and rule based ATP. So
Okay.
what is the rule based ATP? You know, we have not discussed about product allocation or I'm sorry, product substitution or location substitution, right?
Yes.
In none of our sessions. Okay,
No.
the rule-based ATP is also a wonderful concept to be discussed. It is so beautiful that I can tell you. So, just to introduce about like what is a rule-based ATP.
So CTP is over now here.
No,
Rule by rule.
no. No, I was
Okay.
saying about the combination of them. CTP is not yet done, man. Today we are starting the CTP. How you can expect so early? No. You gave me 2 hours of time jealous for me today. You have to bear with me.
2 hours? No, Arvind,
Okay.
because we already late started the class 30 minutes now, and
So basically, I was just waiting for your arrival. I don't know like why I was not able to see you. I quickly mailed up to Suman and I also called him. So he said like okay, but I was able to see it. So what I will do is like whenever I will be giving you my mail ID. So whenever you feel that you have already arrived and you are not able to see me, just give me a mail. Maybe I will be able to quickly reply to you.
yeah, it's okay because I even the last 2 days back, you was not
Yes, yes.
logging, and the session was on after 30 minutes, and today the session was on 15 minutes, and you log in after 30 minutes. So means I always log in on time, like as we discussed. So
Okay. So what I will do is like I will also share you with my mobile number. So what you will do is like if you can give me just a call to ensure that yes you are available and is there any problem which you are able to face, we will try to fix it. Okay.
okay, okay,
So you remind me once I'm done with the session to give my mail and phone so that I will ensure that I'm not going to miss any time or there's any no further delay. You can just at least communicate with me through phone at least if you find that I'm still not available. I'll also ensure that it's not gonna repeat.
okay. And almost 11 o'clock is going on, so please wind up within 15-20 minutes.
Okay, no problem. So I will tell about what is rule-based JTP. Basically, what is the purpose of rule-based JTP? So the most used, highly used rule-based JTP methodologies are the product substitution and location substitution.
Okay, you never discussed earlier, so
So when I say product substitution, that means maybe my customer has requested for product A, but I really don't have this product A. I can still confirm him with product B. This is called as product substitution. So at what business scenarios we use this product substitution? Why is the purpose of substitution is being allocated? Or how it is significant? We will be discussing, however. So in location substitution also, maybe the it was like it was being planned for let us say a plant called 1,000, but because it was not capable enough to go ahead with it, maybe it has gone for some other place called 2,000. Still be satisfied. So then we will have the concept of location substitution. So what is actually a rule is all about, and how we can lay the rules, and what are the different other significant options which we have in rule-based JTP we will be discussing. So the only takeaway point for you is like you may have a combination of any set of like it can be a CTP with MLATP, you can be a CTP with rule-based JTP or rule-based JTP with CTP. Different combinations are still possible. The only thing is how does the system of does the business work? According to that, you will be able to map up this specific methodology of ATP. Fine.
I mean, yeah, I mean you said rule-based ATP like product substitution and location substitution. So these are the
Yes.
two types of rule-based ATP.
Yes, these are two types of rule-based ATP. We also have PDS substitution, which is another type, which basically most of them will not be using until unless they have a very huge manufacturing processes, and where they want to ensure that the resource availabilities are going to be having a very significant role, which I'll be however be showing you in the rule-based ATP. So these are like most widely used rule-based ATP methodologies in the overall rule-based ATP RBA.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was speaking about this rule-based ATP because where you will be having the settings which specific to ML ATP and rule-based ATP. So I said you about a carrier, right? Maybe you may have a carrier with a steel one. We will be having a carrier with a fiber, or you may be having a carrier with some other carbon material. So now, when the customer has come, so if you are speaking with the carrier, maybe customer has to be given these three different options. Like you have these three options, which one you would like to choose? Got me?
Yeah.
So in those, you may be also going for MLATP with RBA. So you may use the CTP for your production of your car. For your value addition, you will be using MLATP. For giving him the additional options, you may be using the rule-based ATP. So you can expect all these three also to be working. But how are they going to work? But because we have only one single check instruction, how are they going to be designed? We'll be discussing about them in detail. When you're speaking about the MLATP and rule-based ATP, however. So for us, for today, for CTP, so as I'm spared with only very short span of time, I will just introduce with some of the concepts like what is finite scheduling of a resource is all about. So did we discuss about different ways of classification of the resources? Did we?
Classification of resources, no.
Okay. Okay, you have to bear me 10 more minutes,
Yeah, yeah,
Jalaj.
yeah.
So basically, what is a resource? Did we discuss about it at least? What's a resource is all about?
So resource can be the man resource or the machine resource or um,
Yes. So
what
if you
what
have to define it, a resource is the one which handles an activity is called as a resource. Okay.
yeah.
So in significant to the way how they behave and how they react. So basically we have finite and infinite types of
Not able
resources.
to. Not able to see the notepad. Like, are you writing somewhere?
Yes, you're not able to see it.
No, I'm only able to see like CTP and checks for resources. Yes, now able to see it.
Can you see now?
Okay. Yeah. So you wrote a lot of things. I thought that you were just telling me.
Oh, sorry. So for the finite and infinite types of resources, what is a finite and what is infinite type of resource? I will be discussing about them. So we have mixed resources. So what are they, and so these are like basic understanding of resource, how are they classified. So why are we trying to understand about them? What is the significance of this resource playing it for us in the ATP? We'll be able to understand about them. Tomorrow we have a session, right?
Uh, Tomorrow,
Saturday.
Saturday. Yes. Your Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My Saturday.
Yes.
So IST, that is morning 7 IST. No,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, 5, right? 5 p.m.
5,
IST.
5
5
p.m.
p.m.
IST.
Yeah,
Yes.
5 p.m. IST you are having a session. So tomorrow make yourself ready to hear about what is the resources and what are different types of resources and how are they going to impact my MAD will be discussed by us in the tomorrow's session. So today the takeover points for you will be like first.
Just a sec, Arvind. So this
Yeah,
finite scheduling of resources and finite, these are related to the CTP and MLATP,
yeah, this will be specific to CTP.
specific to CTP. Okay.
Yeah. So you know about what is finite scheduling and infinite scheduling. Maybe you had ever heard.
No.
So I will just introduce about finite scheduling and infinite scheduling. Will that be fine?
Okay. Finite and infinite, correct? Or
Yeah.
infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite. Okay.
So let me know once you are able to see a notepad. I'm sorry, Word document.
Yeah.
So I have said you that basically a resource is the one which handles an activity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take the example of preparing, let us say, yes, tea. Example tea. So where you have different activities in the tea, right? So maybe what you say is like when I say about activities. So there are two types of activities which you can actually, this is more into PPDS, but I'm sure this will be really helpful for you to understand, especially with the finite and infinite, how it is. So you basically have the activities relationships as in two ways. One is called as, so the most important activity when I'm trying to prepare my tea is heating. Am I right? So I may be using all the ingredients to prepare a tea and I will try to heat it to get my tea. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So my important activity which has to be handled is heating with a resource. So what will be my resource? My stove or something as such will be my resource. So the resource is capable to handle the activity that is heating. So now this is a very simple in a single procedure which is about a single activity handling that is heating. But let us say in the preparation of a car, or like in the manufacturing of a car, so we will have to handle different types of activities, right?
Yeah.
Heating, many other painting, many there can be different other activities which are involved. So when you have multiple activities, you basically go with the relationships of the activities, that is start and start end. So what is about this relationship is, so when I have two activities, let us say A and B, so I'm not naming them, so it can be heating, it can be any other activity, fine. So these are
Yeah.
two different activities. So if the two activities are going to start parallelly, okay, so it is called as start. So for example, for this will be, so whenever you, especially in the process industries like steel industry, if you have to mold the metal, what you have to do is like you have to heat it to a very high temperature, and only then once it has reached the highest temperature, you'll be trying to mold the metal, because it is not easy when it is in the solid form. Hope you got
Correct.
me.
Yeah.
So I have to do two different activities, that is molding and also heating.
Yes.
Okay, so these are two different activities which happen in parallel. Am I right?
Yeah.
So this is called a start relationship. So the two activities are in start relation because they are have been handled in a parallel way. How about start end? Once the activity one has finished, activity A has finished, if activity B is going to start, then it is called a start end relationship. So for this, after molding and heating, you may be getting your overall the product which is molded now, molded. Now it has to be cooled, or cooling has to happen to make it solidified.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the activity which is not taking the help of A or B. Only once one of them has finished, that is B has finished, that is no no well, let us say like these two finish have they done their work, that is molding and heating, then it is been following with the other activity, that is cooling. So that comes as the relationship between A, B and C will be start end, whereas the relationship between A and B will be start. Got me?
Yeah.
So you expect these two types of start relationship or start and relationship. Fine enough, fair enough. So we
Yeah.
understood about these activities. So how are they really going to influence the type of resource it is? So I said you right, we basically have finite and infinite type of resources.
Yeah.
So if a resource, if it considers the load which it has, is called as an finite resource. If you take the example of uh, the mixie, the fruit making like the fruit juice extractor, like mixer.
Yeah.
Hope you're able to understand me. So
Yeah.
basically you have some limit, or you expect some the quantity how much you are going to place into this mixer, right? It
Yeah.
has to consider the load which is there. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it has some constraints that it can only optimally used only if it has this only about this quantity. Am I right?
Yeah.
So here the activity is about mixing, whereas it has some constant, that is the quantity. So it is considered, there is nothing but the load, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So it is a finite resource. I'm just trying to tell you the two different types of resources which we use in the daily basic life, so that you'll be able to understand. However, again, if you require, we'll be speaking about them in the next session also. And how about the infinite resource? Let us take the example of a scissor, which has only one single activity to be done, that is to cut the paper into pieces. Does it really matters if it has a bunch of papers, or or if it is all about a single paper? No, right? It is an infinite resource which can be worked to the higher extents. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it is really not bothering about the load which it has. Am I right? It is still able to do its functionality.
Correct.
Right? So the real challenge comes when you're trying to plan with the finite resources, not with the infinite resources. That you understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a basic example I have gave you, but however we will go ahead with the again further examples. And how does a finite resource will be able to influence their overall MID? We will be discussing about them in the next session. So I hope I'm not making you delay with your process. So we will try to wind up very quick. But let me just know about whether whatever we have discussed about a finite and infinite resource, was it clear?
Yes. So finite resource like there is a which consider the load as you wrote, and
Yeah.
it also considered like the activity lies the start and start end. But I
Yes.
think infinite type there would not be activity. This is something like going on, and there is no control
Exactly.
over it.
Exactly. So if we will be discussing more about what is a single activity resource and multiple activity resource. So even it can be single activity resource and it can be finite. It can be a multi-activity resource. It can be infinite. So we have different combinations. I will tell you with the examples how it works and how it is going to influence your overall MID. We will be discussing. But for today, the takeaway points will be, so we know we have understood that the finite resources are going to be a vital challenge when you're trying to go with an MID because they have some constraints according to which they have to be working. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how are the different types of resources will be there? We will be discussing. The takeaway points for today would be not much, not many. Classification of resource. Okay. Am I right? We have discussed about the neutralization of MID with a combination of three basic methods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an introduction about of RBA, rule based JTP. Nothing else than that. Okay, no problem. We'll go ahead. For tomorrow will be mostly with the CTP. We'll try to complete the whole CTP for tomorrow, and let us see like if you have any questions for tomorrow even.
Okay.
Right? Can
Yeah.
we call off the day then?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jalaj. You can speak about any other queries you have if you on the tomorrow session first, and then we'll go ahead with the topics for tomorrow about CTP, capable to performance. Right?
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Have a great time. Bye bye.
Yeah. You were giving me the cell number. You said like, or it is
Oh,
needed,
yeah.
or
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Yeah, you can call to me to this number. Hope you are able to see the number. I typed it on for you.
801.
Maybe this will be more good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though you mail me, I might be, and I still may expect some delay, but phone is fine. Yeah, good. That would be fine. I feel. Yeah.
712. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Jalaj.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bye.
we will call up the day and we will meet you tomorrow, 5 p.m. IST.
5 p.m. IST. Correct.
Thank you. Thank you.